husband and in-laws, so far we've had no response at all. बिशंबर जी, अगर आप अंत में देश के लोगों को कुछ बोलना चाहें अपनी बेटी की तरफ से, तो आप क्या बोलना चाहेंगे सर?
मैम यही बोलना चाहूंगा कि बेटियों को बोल्ड होना चाहिए और ऐसे दरिंदों को के सामने जाके लड़ना चाहिए, क्योंकि इन्होंने एक भोली भाली बेटी को मारा है, क्योंकि वो इनके सामने कभी ढंग से अपना जवाब नहीं दे पाई। वो इनके सामने इज्जत करती रही, वो इज्जत के लिए मरती रही, वो हर चीज पे इनके साथ एडजस्ट करने के लिए तैयार रहती थी। किसी भी फंक्शन में आते थे ये, इनका हस्बैंड नहीं आता था, जहां आता था तो मारपीट करके चला जाता था वहां पे। हमें भी नीचा देखना पड़ता था, लेकिन हम चुप रहते थे। हम तो ये कहते हैं कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री भी बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ का एक नारा है। बेटी पढ़े तो जरूर, लेकिन बेटी बोल्ड भी हो। हमारे जैसी बेटी ना हो कि परिवार के लिए दे दी। उन्होंने अपने पापा से भी कभी शेयर नहीं किया, ऐसी बात है।
आपको लगता है कि आप कभी वो भी होता होगा ना कि मतलब आपको पूरी कहानी मालूम होती तो लग रहा होगा कि शायद मैं कुछ कर लेता उसको बचाने के लिए? विशंबर जी, विशंबर जी, इस पे आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगी विशाखा? जो आपके फादर कह रहे हैं कि लड़कियों को बोल्ड होना चाहिए, बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ से आगे बढ़ के बेटियों को बुलंद करो, उनकी आवाज को बुलंद करो, उनको ताकत दो, उनको बोल्डनेस दो। लेट मैरिज नॉट बी द सेंटर ऑफ एनी वुमन्स लाइफ। ये भी एक जरूरी चीज है। बहुत से कमेंट्स भी इस तरह के आ रहे हैं। अगर आप कुछ जोड़ना चाहेंगी विशाखा इसमें? सॉरी, आप म्यूट पे हैं, आप बोलिए
मैम। every girl should realize that
I'm sorry, the connectivity. Both Vishakha and Tanvi's father are near the hospital. They're joining us from their cars, so which is why the audience, we ask your forgiveness for why their connection isn't great.
Happening to you. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, was Tanvi afraid? Was Tanvi afraid, Vishakha? And what was she afraid of?
She was afraid of not being able to give her children a good future if she left that house, because she not employed. Of course, they never let her do a job, and she was afraid that if she divorces or goes away from that family, the children will not have a proper family to grow up in, and their future, how will she able to give them the best of everything? That's what she was afraid. Besides the general stigma associated with divorced women.
Yeah, that's why I say that marriage just has to stop being the center point of women's lives. I did play briefly a clip from the hospital of Tanvi strapped to those beds, but I found it far too disturbing for our audience to actually take us through it. And think of this, we are finding it disturbing to play. It's a very difficult decision for us as journalists to take, Vishakha. You can understand this, because we don't want any sort of sense that we are being voyeuristic in any way, or exploiting your grief at this point. But at the same time, if I don't show you, if I don't actually show our audience this, Tanvi on the right side as a woman filled with dreams, and Tanvi on the left side, what she's actually going through right now, strapped to that ventilator, in coma, brain dead. If we do not show you these pictures, how do we bring home to you the horror of the tragedy of this 32-year-old woman whom her family says did not try and take her own life, but in fact have accused her husband and in-laws of being abusive and violent and say that they are fearful that they will not get justice and that the only reason this young mother of two stayed in that marriage was for the sake of her children. That sounds like the story of many women everywhere, right? How women compromise in relationships for the sake of their children. Vishakha, do you want to say anything in the end to the people who are watching this? विशंबर जी, आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे अंत में?
मैं तो अंत में यही बोलना चाहूंगा
to say, give your sisters and daughters, show them the courage, fight through.
Show them the courage, yeah. Vishamba ji, आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगी?
Because you don't know what step other people might take towards them.
Sure. Vishamba ji?
मैं तो अंत में यही अपील करना चाहूंगा देशवासियों से कि तन्वी के लिए न्याय मिले, इसके लिए दुआएं करें, हमारा साथ दें और कल्प्रिट्स को सजा हो और आगे किसी बेटी के साथ इस तरीके का व्यवहार ना हो, इस तरीके की दुर्घटना ना घटे।
हम अपनी तरफ से आपको सिर्फ ताकत की एक तरह से दुआ दे सकते हैं। We wish you strength. It's going to be a long battle ahead. I'd like to end with this comment from one of our viewers. Leaving an abusive marriage does not destroy the children's future. Staying in an abusive home does in fact destroy their future. This is what happened. This is what happened to Tanvi. And if we have played these pictures about 15 times in this show, the reason for that is the family wants the country to take cognizance of what has happened to their daughter. They do not